Thank you, Madam Chair.
Come on, baby, get up. You ain't got to be scared. I'm in here.
One of the residents did mention the stop playing games. And, I don't know if I call it a game, but there is just some decisions that are being made. Again, like I said earlier, the decisions are being made, to my disadvantage, at some point. You were assaulting me in this meeting.
To let you skin, you run.
The decisions are being made in reference to our clerk. Again, I found out through circulation on the streets. There was, an ordinance used that said that they can make that decision. And to my disappointment, I guess they were right. But having been around East Cleveland for quite some time, we've always made our decisions from this table. Hopefully, going forward, that we can make our decisions by legislation. Like we hire the individual by legislation, we should terminate that individual by legislation, in which we did not. And that doesn't allow the freedom of voice amongst everybody. And everybody's vote up here is important. If we're to be cohesive going forward, we need to ask everybody's opinion. Whether or not you say you can reach somebody or not, if it was that serious, I would have came up here from my job and stood right in that office and helped make that decision. Thank you. But again, a person went from a one-day suspension to a termination based on who they sent an email to, or that was the premise, of insubordination. In my position as a leader in some facets of my employment, I would have just suspended the individual without pay. A real suspension, not a one day, or just go home and City Hall's closed the next day. I would have just let that person go. In reference to the potholes, hopefully there's a plan that's put together. I would like to join with the administration on helping with that plan for the grass and the potholes. It is a sensitive subject. And definitely am against City Hall being closed on Friday. At least just those operations. I would like to see the cost savings that that's incurred before we say that can be closed. And as it relates to us as a branch of government, I would like to make that decision on my own, whether or not our one employee is to come in and work. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Everybody has an opinion about what transpired with Ellington.
I forgot mine.
Everybody has an opinion on what happened with Ellington in his position. Just in November, you all elected council to come back up in here. Some new council members, and some who already been here. Council decided, we voted, the majority voted, and we made Barbara Thomas our president. In sports, you got a coach. Sometimes you have a great player, you have a good player, and you get rid of that player. Because things have to happen, changes have to be made. At the end of the year, we want to win. And sometimes we may not know why the coach got rid of a player. We say, why did the coach get rid of that player? It doesn't matter. Because if we get a win that saves and provides services for 17,000 residents and increase our value of our home, better police protection, get the potholes fixed. That's what's important to me, is getting the services that we need. And if they see that there's a reason that they did what they did because it can benefit the city as a whole, as a group, then I gotta support that. Now it may not be done the way they think that we think it should be done, or the public thinks it should be done, but the rules, like Mansell said, or Councilman Baker said, they went by the charter. They did what they were entitled to do, and I support that. I believe in supporting the leadership, and if it's not right and you're not happy with it, you have 4 years to make a change. But wait till the game is over. See if there's improvement there.
No.
Let me tell you something. This city has had problems for years. Now, if you all want us to keep it going the same way it's been going, keeping the same people been here for a long time, because it's going to get better eventually, I beg to differ. There needs to be some serious change. And like I said, everybody's not going to agree with them, but there needs to be some serious change. And change, like I said earlier, it hurts. But in the long run, it'll benefit the entire, exactly, it benefits the entire community. You know, I know Ellington. I was raised in the city. I know like everybody else knows. It's about what we need to get done for everybody. Okay? I don't want to see nobody lose a job if I can help it. I wouldn't want to lose my job.
You're doing it the wrong way,
Also, no.
The pothole. The pothole. If you know what, Mr. Holmes, if we could respect each other, then maybe you can get more respect. If you're not getting it, maybe you're not giving it. You get in return what you get. We need to start doing that in the city. We don't respect each other. We out talk and just show no order at all. It's not about the mayor. It's about the position. It's not about council president being Barbara Thomas. It's about her being president. It's about respecting the position. If you don't like the person that's in that position, then you vote that person out. But if not, right now you know. But that's the choice you have. You talk about voter suppression. Some people get upset and they don't go to the polls. They're disillusioned by the leadership. And that's why a lot of them don't vote. And a lot of them are moving out. That's why we're down to 17,000 people. That's their vote. That's their vote saying they want change. And if you don't give it to them, they go somewhere else to get it.
True.
So what are we going to do about it? We're going to work together. We're going to come to council meetings and just pick it apart. We got to come together and respect the leadership that's there until it's time to make that change. And maybe by that time you may either like them and like what they're doing, whether you like them or not, like what they're doing or not. You make that decision and you do it then. But there's nothing to be made in here tonight.
Tell the truth, that's all.
Well, and that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Who's telling you the truth? And some people sit up here. Some people sit up here and tell you. Some people sit up here and tell you things that's not on council, but from the gallery. And they'll say some things that is just an outright lie. It's an outright lie. But they got people following them down to the library, giving you stories that's not true. And I'm not out to point anybody out, but it's not true. Everybody here that has a concern, if I can help you, don't come to me just at a council meeting. Call me on Monday. Call me on Tuesday. Don't call me on Friday. But the point is, if you call me, like Ms. Wheeler called me, if you call me, I'll respond. But don't come up here and holler and scream about what needs to be done down here from you until the next 2 weeks at another council meeting, then you come and say, I didn't do anything. Get involved. It's more than just one day every 2 weeks. You haven't called me one time yet. Not one time. Every time I come to a meeting, I shake your hand and say, how you doing? But you haven't said one time, Mr. Wheeler, can we get together? I got some concerns. You put it on your website to get your internet, to get your viewers to look at it. No, I got the floor now. I got the floor. I don't need a response from you because see me at the end of the meeting. That's all. That's all I have to say. That concludes my thoughts for the night.
Well, they was quite happy.
Quite good.